The show opens like it always did, but it's during the pandemic. Jerry says, "You know, I hope the handshake doesn't make a comeback. Maybe it's just reserved for intimate situations like the bedroom. I could see that being a thing. Someone comes up to shake your hand and you stop them, and you say, you know, I don't think we know each other well enough for that." We then see everyone over Zoom. It's the fall of 2020. It's late in the day, but they're all still in their pajamas. And because barbershops are shut down, Jerry hasn't been able to get a haircut in a while. "It looks really bad, Jerry." "Don't you think I know it looks bad?" "At least you can grow it. George is getting jealous." "What am I supposed to do? It's not like I can just go and get it cut. Everything's closed."
"You know my friend Bob Secamano? He could cut it. He opened up a secret barbershop right in his apartment. He's very good."
"Oh yeah, I like this idea." "Come on, Jerry. Just let me cut it. I'll wear a mask." "That's not the issue. I just don't want you to cut it." "You don't trust me." "That's right. I don't trust you. There's no trust." At Jerry's apartment, his intercom buzzes. It's Elaine. She popped in. Loves the pop-in. And she brought all her stuff to cut Jerry's hair. She says, "Jerry, just let me do it. I'm already here. I have the stuff. I mean, it would be almost stupid if I didn't cut it." "Okay, of course you gotta promise you're gonna give this your total attention. You got it. Total attention." Right after Elaine starts, though, Putty calls, and they get in an argument. With Putty being a germaphobe and only leaving his house to go to work, he says,
"Hey, babe, I know we haven't seen each other in person in like a month. COVID's so stupid. Maybe we should do a Zoom call or something. I mean, why are people still meeting face-to-face right now anyway? I don't understand stuff like that."
David, I think we ought to talk." As she's trying to break up with Putty, she loses focus of what she's doing with the scissors, and Jerry's haircut turns out to be a disaster. "I can't go out like this! There's no way!" As Jerry is sitting on the couch, trying to come to terms with his new haircut, Kramer bursts through the door and says,
"Jerry, I think I'm onto something."
But then, as soon as he sees Jerry's hair, he says, "You got butchered." Elaine feels awful. "I lost track of what I was doing. I am so sorry, Jerry."
"Well, you can't walk around like that. Jerry, just call my guy. He'll fix you up in no time."
Jerry says, "I'm not gonna call your guy." Jerry, trying to get the focus off himself, asks Kramer about the scissors and mask he's holding. "Do I even want to know what this is?"
"It's my new business idea, buddy. Now you know where I stand on COVID."
Yes, it's a big government conspiracy, a big scam."
"Oh, you better believe it, buddy. But here's the thing. There's money to be made with it. Businesses are making people wear masks at work, and people don't like them. Now let's say you're in a meeting and you're starving, but because of masking, you can't eat until the meeting's over. Well, I want to make a mask that solves this problem. You see, I cut a regular mask open like this one, maybe put a little fabric behind the flap right here for reinforcement. And because there's an opening in the mask, you can still keep your mask on while you eat or drink, and technically, you're not breaking any rules. I call it the Flap Your Trap mask, and I'm telling you, it's going to be the next big thing in masking and facial fashion. So what do you say? You want to launch a Kickstarter campaign and bring this idea to life?"
Elaine says, "That is about the dumbest thing I have ever heard. It defeats the whole concept of the mask."
"So you're telling me it's not a good idea?"
"We think your idea, it stinks."
"Well, if you're not interested, there's a portly postal worker in this very building that would just love the opportunity to make some passive income."
It's about 5 p.m. now at Frank and Estelle's. They're on the phone with George, and you can hear them yelling from the street.
"Your father's got a cough, Georgie. I want you to take him to get tested for COVID."
Frank tries to grab the phone and yells,
"It's not COVID! I just got some kind of scratch in my throat."
"We didn't want to bother you, Georgie, but I didn't know if you could drive with COVID."
Frank grabs the phone and yells,
"I don't have COVID! I have more energy than ever!"
With all the yelling, George has reached his limit. "Please, I cannot have this constant bickering. I'll drive Dad to get tested tomorrow morning." Even though it's only about 5 p.m., Elaine's already called it a day. But right after she falls asleep, the phone rings, and of course it's Putty. He's lonely and says, Hey, babe, I was thinking about what we were talking about earlier. I know how you like to dance and thought maybe you might want to dance for me over the computer. You know, something sexy.
I cannot believe you woke me up with this. I am in my pajamas.
What are you wearing?
Elaine says, No, I am not doing this.
Just tell me if it's the red lingerie.
That's it. I cannot take this. We are broken up for the rest of the pandemic.
Now Kramer shows up at Newman's with a chocolate milkshake, trying to bribe him to help him launch a Kickstarter campaign for the Flap Your Trap mask. Kramer says, we just gotta make a couple of videos and do some stuff online. Newman seems skeptical but intrigued.
You present an interesting offer. He's staring at the mask on the table.
Will you just try it on already? I mean, how are you gonna know if it even works if you don't try it? And remember, this is a one-time offer, Newman.
Newman considers his options and then realizes that he cannot hold out any longer.
All right, I'll do whatever you need. Just give me the milkshake. We're now at Monk's Diner where Jerry and George are having coffee. George is kind of down.
I know I should be relieved I don't have to go into the office, but I gotta be honest, I kind of miss it. I mean, where am I supposed to meet women now?
Jerry tries to cheer him up. Come on, can't you see? No one is watching you. This is what you've always wanted. The pandemic isn't gonna last forever. You gotta take advantage of it, Georgie boy. A smile comes over George's face.
Hey, Jerry, you are right. If I want to meet a woman, I'll meet a woman. I am not gonna get screwed out of this pandemic. This fall shall be known as the Fall of George.
So now Kramer enters. Jerry, you missed out on the opportunity of a lifetime. Newman and I, we're gonna make it big. Oh, you better believe it. Then he sits down.
Okay, listen to me. I talked to my guy. He's gonna fix the haircut. Kramer, but I told you. Yeah, no buts. I'll text you the address of his apartment. Be there, 8 p.m. tomorrow.
Now we're back at Elaine's house. Her buzzer rings and it's Newman. He's delivering flowers. Elaine says, thank you?
They are not from me, for my heart belongs to another. They are from your burly athletic boyfriend, a Mr. David Putty.
This makes Elaine think that maybe she was being too hard on Putty earlier. Before she can even smell the flowers, though, her phone rings, and it's her boss.
Mr. Peterman, I thought you were in Burma.
Elaine, I'll be blunt. I'm burnt out, fried. I came here with hopes higher than the Kakabarazi Mountain. I wanted to come up with a new idea for a mask for the new fall catalog, but I have nothing, and I need you to do it.
Elaine says, is there any way I can get out of this?
Not a chance. Like he said he would, George picks up Frank. They argue about the best route to the COVID test site.
You can't go down Van Wyck, George. There's construction.
George yells back under his mask.
Oh, don't tell me how to drive. This is my car. I bought this car just so I could drive any route I want.
When they arrive, George is not happy that the doctor wants him to get tested too. It'll be fast, the doctor says.
No one said anything about a Q-tip getting shoved up my nose.
After George gets tested, it's Frank's turn, and he doesn't even flinch. When the results come back, the doctor tells Frank, you're fine, but then turns to George and says, I'm sorry, but you've tested positive for COVID. George asks him, are you sure? The doctor says, yes, of course. Back at Jerry's place, Newman is trying to wiggle his way inside his apartment. He's holding a video camera. Jerry says,
what do you want?
Newman says that Kramer asked him to come here.
I do not want to be in your apartment either, Seinfeld.
But then Kramer yells off screen and begs Jerry to let him in. Newman then helps Kramer get everything ready to launch the Kickstarter campaign for the Flap Your Trap masks. Just before they are about to start filming, Jerry sees Newman fumbling with what to shoot, and an impulse comes over him to take over as the director. He gets wrapped up in the moment and starts calling the shots.
Kramer, we need to see the mask in action.
Kramerica Industries presents the only mask you can keep on while you eat or drink. Put it on, and when you're hungry or thirsty, you just open the flap and you can eat and drink until your heart's content. The real flap will be made with fabric, so you can open and close it as much as you want without worrying about it falling apart. If you want a mask like this, please click the Back This Project button and get ready for the next generation in facial fashion. Just when the sun starts to set, we're back at Elaine's house. She video calls Putty and says, "I got the flowers, David. It was so sweet of you. I am sorry I was so hard on you earlier. I don't want to break up." "That's great, babe. Next time I see you, we'll make out." Elaine says, "I was thinking, and well, I don't usually do this, but I thought if you really want me to." Elaine starts to dance. It's revolting. Putty tries to get her to stop. "Hey, babe, this isn't what I had in mind." But she doesn't stop. The audio on her computer isn't working. "The frame is freezing and you're cutting out, babe. If you're hearing this, I'm gonna sign off. I'll text you." Meanwhile, George calls Jerry and says, "I can't go with you to the haircut. I got COVID. They told me to quarantine and stay at home. I need you to do some grocery shopping for me." "Why can't you just use Instacart?" "Because I don't want to use Instacart. I'm asking you to do it. I already made a list. Are you gonna do it?" Okay, just send me the list." Jerry goes to get his secret haircut. He's pretty sure he's seen this barber somewhere else before, but can't quite seem to figure out where. The guy knows what he's doing, though, and the haircut ends up being pretty good. On the other side of the world, Peterman is getting on an airplane that's JFK bound. He has upgraded his mask and finds himself on a flight with another guy from New York City who starts talking to him as soon as he sits down. "Hey, you got one of these new masks too? They're way better than the blue ones. They're the best. Back in New York, Kramer and Newman can't believe what's happening to their Kickstarter campaign. They're celebrating because everyone is talking about the Flap Your Trap mask. When they go back to Jerry's apartment, Kramer tells Jerry that they've sold over 1,000 masks already. "Kramer, who exactly is going to make these masks?" "Jerry, you're right. That's a lot of sewing." Jerry says that Frank used to sew when he was younger, but stopped for some reason. Kramer immediately calls Frank. "You gotta help me, Frank." But Frank says, "I don't sew! I don't know anyone that sews!" He slams the phone down on him, and Kramer has no clue how he's going to pull this off. But because he's Kramer, he'll find a way. Watch part 2 to see what happens.